English Listening Practice. Episode 3, Atomic Habits. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another listening practice from English Listening Pod. I'm Olivia, and I'm so happy you are here with me. I will talk slowly and clearly. If you're at the A1 level, this podcast is perfect for you. Today, we're diving into something that can truly change your life in the best way possible, but not through big, dramatic moves. Instead, we'll talk about the power of small, easy steps. We're exploring a fantastic book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. It's all about how little habits, repeated daily, can lead to really big results over time. Now, don't worry. This isn't about strict routines or crazy schedules. It's about making tiny changes that feel so easy, you'll hardly notice them. Until suddenly, your days look better, your goals feel closer, and your routines actually work for you. I'll keep things simple and clear, and I'll include real-life examples along the way. Let's jump in and see just how powerful tiny habits can be when we give them time to grow. First, think about why small habits matter. You might feel you need to make big changes, like running 30 minutes a day or spending 1 hour reading. But big changes can feel hard and overwhelming. James Clear teaches us to start tiny. If you read just 1 page each day, you will finish many books in a year. If you run for 1 minute each day, soon you may run 10 minutes, then 20, without forcing yourself. Small habits are easier to do and easier to keep doing. Over time, these easy actions become part of your natural rhythm. In James Clear's words, habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. Just like money grows through compound interest, the effects of your good habits multiply over time. If you save 1% of your income every month, after many months you will have saved a great deal. If you improve 1% every day at a skill, at the end of the year, you will be dozens of times better. This 1% rule turns simple actions into a path for big growth. It also reminds us to celebrate small wins instead of waiting for huge milestones. Now let's look at the 4 steps of the habit loop, another key idea from James Clear. First is the cue. This is the trigger that tells your brain to start a behavior. Second is the craving, your brain's desire for a change. Third is the response, the action you take. Fourth is the reward, the benefit you get from the action. Each part matters and offers a chance to improve your habits. Here is a tip. Make your cue obvious. If you want to drink more water, place a clear water bottle on your desk where you will see it often. That visual cue will remind you to take a sip every few minutes. If you want to practice a language, leave your phone open to a language app on your kitchen counter after breakfast. Seeing the app reminds you to listen to one phrase while you eat. To deepen this, you might also set a gentle alarm as a second cue until the visual reminder becomes strong enough. Next, make the craving attractive. One way is temptation bundling, pairing something you enjoy with an action you need to do. For example, allow yourself to watch your favorite show only while you are on the treadmill. Now, the idea of exercising becomes more appealing because it comes with a reward. Temptation bundling helps you look forward to the new habit. You can also link habits to your values. Remind yourself that exercising is a gift to your health and energy, making the action feel more meaningful. Then, make the response easy. James Clear calls this the 2-minute rule. Any habit can be started in 2 minutes or less. Want to journal each night? Start by writing just 1 sentence for 2 minutes. Want to meditate each morning? Sit quietly and breathe for 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, you can stop, but often you will continue because you feel calm or interested. The key is to lower the barrier to entry. You can also prepare your environment in advance. For instance, Keep your journal and pen ready on your bedside table. Finally, make the rewards satisfying. Our brains like immediate rewards. If you finish a task and mark it on a habit tracker or calendar, you get a small sense of accomplishment right away. That feeling makes your brain want to repeat the same action tomorrow. You could also give yourself a gold star sticker or a check mark. This small but satisfying moment reinforces the habit loop. Over time, these little celebrations build confidence and joy. Let's see these ideas in action. My friend Sarah wanted to practice playing the guitar. She set a 2-minute rule. She would play one chord for 2 minutes each day. She placed her guitar stand in the living room, and every time she sat on the sofa, she saw it. The cue was clear. She bundled guitar practice with her favorite coffee. She only drank that special coffee while playing. Now, she practiced almost every day without thinking. Within weeks, she could play a simple song and she felt proud. Later, she added a practice goal of learning one new chord per week, building on her success. Another tip from James Clear is to use habit stacking. You stack a new habit onto an existing one. For example, after you brush your teeth at night, you immediately read one page of a book. After you brew your morning tea, you do 2 minutes of stretching. By linking a new action to a routine you already do, the cue for the new habit is obvious. Habit stacking helps you build routines quickly. You can even write your stack in a simple chart. After X, I will do Y. Let's have an example. Maria wanted to speak Spanish. Every evening after dinner, she reviewed one flashcard. She placed her flashcards on the dining table. When she finished her meal, she naturally picked up a card and read the word. Within a month, she had learned 50 new words. Habit stacking and the 2-minute rule made learning simple. To keep it fun, she added a reward. When she learned 10 words, she treated herself to a short Spanish song or a tapas snack. Let's also talk about environment design. James Clear teaches that our environment often shapes our habits more than willpower. If you want to eat more fruit, cut apples and bananas and place them in a clear bowl on the counter. If you want to stop checking social media, move social media apps into a folder on the second screen of your phone. Now the apps are harder to reach. Changing your environment makes good habits easier and bad habits more difficult. You can go further by creating themed spaces, a study corner for reading, a relaxation area for stretching, and so on. Here is a tip. Make the bad habits invisible. If you snack on chips while working, store the chips in a closed cupboard away from your desk. Out of sight, out of mind. You can also change your visual environment. Use apps that block distracting websites when you work. Turn off notifications for social media during study hours. You will do them less often when the cues for bad habits disappear. Another idea is to replace a bad habit cue with a neutral one. For instance, place a book where a video game controller used to sit. Now, accountability can boost habits too. Find a habit buddy, someone who wants to improve the same thing. You can check in with each other daily. For example, my friend Evelyn and I wanted to do push-ups each morning. We sent each other a text when we completed our set. The small message gave us both a little thrill and kept us going. Knowing someone else expects you to follow through increases your commitment. You can also join online communities or local groups for extra support. The book also highlights the importance of tracking. A simple habit tracker can be a journal or an app. Write down each day you complete the habit with a check mark. Soon you have a chain of check marks. The simple desire not to break the chain can be a powerful motivator. It also shows real progress, which builds confidence. To make tracking more fun, you could use colorful pens or stickers that match your theme for each habit. Review your habit tracker weekly. Spend 5 minutes each Sunday reading how you did. Notice where you missed a day and think about why. Maybe you need to adjust the time, or perhaps you need a better cue. Reflecting helps you improve the system rather than giving up on a bad day. You can also set a small weekly reward, like a favorite snack or a short walk, to celebrate consistency. Let me share another example. Steve wanted to read more news articles. He opened a reading app on his phone every morning when he had breakfast. After he finished breakfast, he checked off the habit in his journal. Seeing the growing list of check marks made him feel accomplished, and now he reads news 5 times a week. To make it richer, he started discussing an article with a friend, adding social reward to the habit. Beyond techniques, James Clear reminds us that habits shape our identity. Instead of saying, "I want to run a marathon," you say, "I am a runner." When you see yourself as the type of person who runs, you naturally take actions that fit that identity. Every small habit you do reinforces that identity. Over time, you believe it, and your behavior follows. This identity-based habit approach helps you stay motivated even when challenges arise. For example, I started telling myself, "I am a calm person." When stress came, I paused and took 3 deep breaths. Each time I did this, I added another clue to my identity. Over months, pausing and breathing became part of who I am. I became calmer by focusing on small breaths and the identity of calmness. You can do this with any habit by repeating an affirmation linked to your action. Another practical tip is to schedule habit reviews. Pick 1 hour each month to look back at your habits. Check what worked and what did not. Adjust your cues, timing, or environment as needed. Habits are not set in stone. They are living processes you can refine. You could use a notebook or a digital calendar to log your insights and next steps. Let's look at a student named Nina. She wanted to study English vocabulary. Every Monday evening, she spent 10 minutes reviewing flashcards. She tracked her progress in a notebook and wrote a note about which words were hard. At her monthly review, she saw patterns. Certain word groups were difficult. She then created a mini plan to focus on those groups next month. By the end of 3 months, she had learned 300 words. Small, consistent study sessions added up and gave her confidence during conversations. Before we close, let me share one more story. A teacher named Lisa wanted to be more positive with her students. She placed a small smiley face sticker on her computer. Every time she looked at it, she remembered to smile. At first, she needed the sticker. After 2 weeks, the sticker was no longer there because she had taken it off accidentally. But by then, smiling had become automatic. The small sticker was enough to build a lasting habit. It is important to be patient. Habits take time. You might do everything right and still miss days. That is okay. Simply pick up where you left off. The outcome depends on how long you stick with the system, not on perfection. Give yourself grace and remember that consistency, not intensity, creates change. To sum up, remember that real change happens through tiny steps. You don't need willpower alone. You can use smart strategies, set clear cues, make habits attractive, reduce friction, reward yourself, shape your environment, find support, track progress, and focus on your identity. As James Clear teaches, habits are not a finish line. They are a process of continuous improvement. Keep refining and adapting your approach based on what you learn. I hope these ideas and practical tips inspire you to start small today. Maybe you'll try drinking water every morning, or stretching for 2 minutes, or writing 1 line in a journal. Whatever you choose, begin with an action so easy that you can't say no. Build on it 1 step at a time, and you will see how tiny changes lead to significant results. Thank you for listening to our podcast about Atomic Habits by James Clear. Please leave a comment and share your story. What tiny habit will you start tomorrow? I look forward to hearing from you. If you like today's episode, don't forget to follow our channel, hit the like button, and ring the bell for updates. Until next time, keep improving one small habit at a time. Happy habit building. Goodbye, everyone.